Okay, next we have 0.125. And I'm assuming this question is asking us to convert this into a fraction. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's write it down here. So we need to convert a decimal to a fraction, where decimals are just numbers with a decimal point. So could be so some examples could be 0.125 or 1.1 or 3.24. So numbers are this, and fractions are numbers that can be written in this form. Let's say p over q. So this could be 2 over 3, 4 over 5, 5 over 4, 1 over 1. So those are fractions. Okay, so in terms of convert decimals to fraction, our first step will be counting the number of decimal places to the right of the decimal point. Okay, so let's write that down. Step 1 will be count. We need to count the number of decimal places to the right of the decimal point. Okay, so in this case we have 0.125. So therefore, the number of decimal places will be 3. So we write n is equal to 3. Okay, so for second step will be multiply. Multiply. And we need to multiply the decimal number by 10 to the exponent of n over 10 to the exponent of n. So multiply the decimal decimal number by 10 to the exponent of n over 10 to the exponent of n. And in our case, n is equal to 3, so we just need to use 10 to the exponent of 3 over 10x to exponent of 3 times 0.125. And that does not change the original value of 0.125 things. 10x, since the denominator and numerator of this fraction are exactly the same thing, so that is pretty much equal to times 1, which is still gives the value of the number itself, right? Okay, so we have 0.125 times 10 to the exponent of 3 over 10 to the exponent of 3. So we have 125 over 1,000. Okay, and our last step will be simplify. Simplify. Okay, and we need to simplify to its lowest term. Okay, so now we have 125 over 1,000. Okay, so 125 is over 1,000. We know that both numerator and the denominator are ending with a 5 or a 0, so that means it can at least be divided by 5. So let's try that. So let's divide by 5, divide by 5. So it gave us 25 over 200. Okay, and same thing again. both one is ending with 5, the other one's ending with 0. So one is ending with 5, the other one is 0. So we can still divide by 5. So we have 5 over 40. Okay, and same thing. We can do that again. So divide by 5, which give us 1 over 8. And that will be our final answer. Okay, so we can write our conclusion. Therefore, 0.125 is equal to 1 over 8 in fraction. Okay. Yep. So the first step is count. We count the number of decimal places to the right of the decimal point, and then second step will be multiply, and then the final step will be simplify. And as you can see, the answer from Junior Tutor, he or she just directly uh, divided by 125 for both numerator and denominator, and it still gave us the correct answer, 1 over 8. I mean, either way works. If you want to do it one step, you can just do it one step, or if you want to do it my way, you can also do it separately. Either way will give you a correct answer. So yeah, so I think that's all we got for this question. Let's see the comment. Solution is correct. Just need to charge my computer. Okay.